groceries, just dropped the kids off. Say good morning. It's probably my guy, right? Tell you guys good morning. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, let's get groceries. Dropped the kids off. Got stuck in a little bit of a car accident. Not myself, thankfully, but got stuck behind a car accident. So a little bit behind today. Hopefully everybody was okay. It's one of those things I always hate seeing car accidents because I think I've said before, I was in a major one, and I always hate seeing that kind of stuff. I always pray that everyone is okay and not, badly hurt or anything like that, because it's definitely a devastating thing, being in a car accident. So we're gonna get some groceries, and then I'm gonna go home and see if I can maybe get a nice quick workout in real quick. And then we're gonna make something today. We're gonna make something special. Partner asked me to make something for work for tomorrow, so we're gonna throw some things together, and I'm gonna bring you guys along. You guys are gonna get to see it. Some of you might have heard of it before, some of you not have, but I'm not gonna tell you till we do it. It's a very weird, unappetizing name. I'm gonna say that. It's a very weird, unappetizing name, but it ends up being a very, if you like this kind of thing, very appetizing thing. They're really tasty. But we're gonna get to do that. Right now, as I said, I'm on the way to get some groceries, so I'm gonna pick up those things that I would need to make this thing for her, and other essentials and stuff like that. And they rave about our view. There ain't no memories, and there ain't no hickory trees, and this ain't Tennessee, and she ain't you. Alright, everybody, well, as I told you guys, making something my partner asked me to make for her for bringing to work for her tomorrow. Just finished making dinner here. Made some lime turkey tacos. But now what we're going to make is, as I said, the name's a little weird, so don't please get weirded out by this. Some of you may know this recipe, some of you may not. It's atomic buffalo turds. Sounds pretty gross and disgusting, I know. And I actually don't know why they're called buffalo turds, considering there is no real buffalo in the recipe, whether it be meat or sauce. What they essentially are jalapenos that are stuffed with a cream cheese mixture. And they have a cocktail frank, and they're wrapped in bacon and a barbecue sauce. You usually put them on a grill or smoker. They come out really, really good. So what we have and what we need is, we have our jalapenos, we have some barbecue sauce, our cheese, some cream cheese, and then we have our bacon. I ended up getting some regular bacon and some jalapeno bacon. So you have a little extra ones that are a little extra heat to it. And then what you also need to do is you need to make a barbecue rub. So you may even have a barbecue rub already at home. Something maybe you put on your ribs, pulled pork, whatever. That's just, any of that stuff would be just fine to use. This is what I usually put on my ribs, so I figured I just should use that. You kind of usually split it up. You need usually about 2 teaspoons for actually go in the cream cheese mixture, and then I have usually a little another teaspoon or so that I'll once I've got them all together and they're all wrapped up and everything, sprinkle over the top of them before I put them on the grill. As I said, you also can do the smoker if you have a smoker. I do not have a smoker, but what you can do, they do sell little smoker cubes. You can use it for your grill if you like to. I'm just gonna put them in a little pan or something like that. I ended up not having any, so I just kind of went along with it. They also do sell some barbecue rubs if you want to just buy a rub that have already smoked seasoning in them. It's a really good thing to have sometimes. But definitely what you need to do first off is you have to have your jalapenos. And make sure you get a large enough jalapeno, obviously, because they are going to have the hot dog or the cocktail frank and the cheese and everything else in it. So you got to make sure you have a large enough one where it's going to make a difference. So what you need to be doing is just cut the tops off of all of them, and then you take a knife, go right down the center to the best of your ability. And here comes the really fun part, which I forgot to grab my gloves out. you then need to do is de-seed / vein membrane them. Definitely make sure you have gloves for this, because obviously doing this non-gloved, your fingers will be burning, and because they will get under your skin and on your nails and into your sensitive area. So I mean, what you also could do if you don't have gloves, but you're still, I mean, I recommend the gloves, is you could take a spoon and use a spoon and just kind of, let's see if I got a spoon. Just kind of take them and just kind of like scrape it out. And you get all that stuff out of there. That's what you want. You want to get all that membrane and seeds out, because that is a lot where the spice actually comes from. When you guys have like jalapenos and stuff like that, is from that seed and membranes and stuff. So if you can get a lot of that out, it kind of takes a little bit of the bite away. So in case you have people who are not so much fans of the spice, it makes it a little bit easier on them. So you just gotta get all that stuff out. Make sure you get as much as you possibly can out of that. All right. Well, now that we've got all of them cut up and de-seeded, so what we want to do is we now need to make the cream cheese, cheddar cheese mixture that goes inside of it. And as I forgot to mention before, definitely get medium-sized jalapenos, because small ones are not going to fit everything. Also, get like maybe 10 to 15 medium-sized jalapenos. Cut them in half. That's making about 20 to 30 buffalo turds. So what we need to now do is we need to make our mixture that's going to go in there. We got, let's see, 4 ounces or a cup of our shredded cheddar. And if you want to put a little more, you can probably put a little more in there, give it a little more cheesiness. I mean, definitely don't go overboard. That's about a cup. All right. And then what you need is about 4 ounces of cream cheese, which most cream cheese packs, you get the long silver packs, come in an 8-ounce package. So we just need about a half of one. Open that guy up. Get a knife and just cut right down the middle. Scoop that side out. Any extra I got left behind. And what we need to do is we need to take our 2 teaspoons of our barbecue mixture, and we're going to sprinkle that in there. We're going to mix it all up and make it all nice and pretty. And obviously, guys, you know, when you're doing this kind of stuff, make sure you take your cream cheese out ahead of time so it gets a little softened, so it's a little bit easier to mix up. Because, you know, when you have to like get still cold cream cheese, it's gonna be hard as a rock and make it a little bit harder. And I suggest like maybe like a half hour, let it sit out for a half hour. Let it get nice and soft, so it's really easy and manageable. And it gets in the mix in there nicely. And if you always have to, you always can use your hands. You can get it mixed up a little bit better with your hands probably than you can probably with a spoon. It's nice and pretty. Just what you want to see, nice and good. Now we got that all made up. What we need to do next is get our cocktail franks. What you're doing is you're taking your spoon, you're going to put a little bit of the mixture into each jalapeno. little bit. Go down the center. All nice. Try not to go too much, overboard, obviously, because you only got so much cheese, number one. Number two, you don't want it to overflow. I mean, get some mess. They're messy enough. Trust me, they're messy enough. But yeah, once you got them in there, you take your hot dog and you want to put it right in there, as so. Looking all nice and snug in there. And then what you need to do is take that bacon. You don't want to cut that guy in half because you don't want that whole piece. A little too much overlap on that one. You take that guy, put it, give it a nice wrap around, and you make it all nice and looking good. And you just all right, well, finished, got them all wrapped, looking good, all nice and wrapped up. Next thing we want to do is we want to take that little bit of seasoning that we saved up, and we're going to want to take it and just sprinkle it all over all of them. Alright, well, everything is now seasoned and looking good. What you're then going to want to do is you're going to put them on your grill, about 250, 300. About maybe 2-3 hours, but you want to make sure you're putting them on the indirect heat. If anybody doesn't know what that means, indirect heat is when you put only one part of the grill on and the other part is not on, and you make sure you're putting the food on the not flame side. So it's cooking pretty much like almost like an oven, like a outdoor oven, I guess you could say. You don't want that flame being exactly on it because then it's going to cook it really too quickly and the bacon's not going to get crisp as it should, and you kind of want to let it sit there and take a couple hours, an hour or two, just to let it render out its fats and get it nice and crispy and good for you guys. You take some of the barbecue sauce that we have, you want to smear that on, give it a nice coating, put it back on for maybe another 5-6 minutes, let it get all nice and caramelized and gooey. Take them all out, put some more barbecue on them, and they are ready to go, guys. When I'm done with that, I will show you guys that finished product, guys. Everybody, well, got the finished product. King did do the grill, but I did do the oven, and that is a finished product of it. Off to get the kids, and we're gonna go home and get ourselves ready for extracurricular activities tonight. But I hope you guys are having good days so far. If you guys liked the cooking segment, please, guys, give me a big thumbs up. And, as always, guys, subscribe down below. Click on that bell icon, and we can talk about more stuff. And hopefully maybe I'll do some more cooking videos if that's what you guys are into. If you guys are into cooking videos, please, man, comment down below. Let me know, man. I'm always up for doing some cooking videos, man. That would be totally something I could totally do.